Hello everyone, Kieran Swale, Tourism Specialist at Southern Regional College, and today I'm delighted to be with Jenifer and Jenny. Jenifer is from Chill4 Health, the Chill4 Health podcast, and Jenny McParland. Jenny is from the Hot Yoga Studio in Newry, and we're going to talk about their up and coming podcast. Jenifer, over to you. What are you going to talk about?
Well, Kieran, I'm really excited about our podcast where Jenny will be elaborating and enlightening me as far as she can on what hot yoga is and her journey and how she's got to be here. So, Jenny, can you just give me a sort of an idea of quickly how you've came to be a yoga instructor and, you know, what that means for you personally?
Well, personally, for me, becoming a hot yoga instructor kind of changed my life. It just helped me be a better person, connecting to my family, connecting to myself. I started doing I did the teacher training just over 10 years ago. So it's been a long journey that I've learned so much in, and I love sharing it with other people. Just the little bits that I've learned along the way to take care of yourself.
Yeah. And what would your key tips actually be at the moment just to look after yourself in these challenging times? What, you know, for example, what do you do to look after yourself?
Well, for myself personally, along with doing a little bit of yoga whenever I can, even if that means just 10 minutes a day, I meditate, which is massive. I think really connecting to yourself. They say there's that expression, be still and know. And I think that we just connect inwards that little bit more when we give ourselves that time. A gratitude practice is massive. And by gratitude, it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be like me talking with you today, Jenifer. I just feel grateful for this opportunity to be on with you.
Yeah, brilliant.
So it's just keeping it simple.
Brilliant. And then looking ahead, Jenny, for 2021, what is your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations? What do you feel maybe is on the cards for you looking ahead with your yoga studio?
Well, obviously, I think my most important thing is I'm really excited to be able to reopen whenever that happens. I'm trying to keep things in the day, not to project too far into the future. So it's like we're online right now, but it's just kind of connecting with the day and just, you know, doing the best that I can in that day.
Yeah, brilliant. And in terms of all the learning, like you're saying you're a yoga teacher 10 years now. So, like, I'm sure you have many other skills that you've developed, or maybe different types of yoga that you have, you know, studied and gone down that path. Do you think that, like, now is a good time maybe to revisit those, or, you know, to sort of maybe bring them forward and tie them in more to your work that's, I suppose, now maybe currently more online?
Yeah, I think, Jenifer, for the last nearly 10 years, I think for the first couple of years, which I really loved, I did a health coaching course on nutrition and just taking care of yourself 7 years ago. And then in the last 5 years, I've done Pilates HIIT teacher training. I just finished the level 2 fitness instructor course. I've done a different yoga, yin yoga, hatha. Well, the hatha is the Bikram, but the vinyasa and warrior sculpt. So I feel this year, and even with this current challenge that I'm doing, it's time back. I'm going back to the health coaching course, focusing more on the positives of just, you know, your healthy food, your healthy mind, healthy body, and it's given me this chance to this time off to go over all those, which I'm really excited to kind of refocus on what I've learned and maybe tie it into some new classes.
Yeah, excellent. And funny, I think actually nutrition is a very key point in tying all elements of wellness together. And sometimes it's even overlooked. The type of nutrition that you are concerned with, is that like more whole food, or what specifically is that?
It's really more whole food. It's not actually a diet. It's more about whole foods, so that you're just trying to come back to nature as much as you can. One of the big things I would say is if your grandmother or your great grandmother doesn't recognize it as a food, we shouldn't eat it. But at the same time, it's not within the confines of a strict diet. I think that has let the culture down because we're always trying to go on this diet, and they say that, and there's all this scientific research to say that the diets don't work. So it's really just about paying attention to the food that you're eating and trying to have it as close to nature as you can, and what works for you. So it's all kind of based on, and that was a big thing with the health coaching course. It was based on bio individuality. So what works for me might not work for you. Yes. So it's just kind of tying into that.
Okay, and then finally, Jenny, can you list 3 things for me right now that you're grateful for?
Oh, I'm so grateful to be here today, to be able to chat with you. I really need connection in my life, so I think this has been massive. I'm really grateful for being able to go for a walk in this beautiful countryside. We live in, like, everywhere we go, green fields, mountains, lakes. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's totally underexposed, and I feel very grateful to live where I am right now. And I am also grateful for my kiddies that are trying to homeschool,
Trying to.
that are doing good, yeah. So, and my lovely hubby. So I feel like a very lucky lady.
Good, good. Well, I hope your gratitude list continues for a very long time. So, Jenny, I'd just like to say thank you very much, and I look forward to our interview.
Great. If
Yeah,
I can
thank
come in,
you.
if I can come in there, that's fantastic. How can podcast number 2 then? So Jenifer, how can people get in contact? Where can they listen to this podcast that's coming up?
If they check out Anchor and all usual platforms, my website as well, and which is www.c4h.rocks, and YouTube as well.
Excellent. Well, Jenifer and Jenny, it's been great to listen to you, and everyone should tune into this podcast too, because there's great fun, really good, a bit of banter there as well, and definitely worth listening to. So to both of you, continued success. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Kieran.
Thank you. Thanks, Kieran. Thanks, Jenifer.
Thank you.